Bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those stakes up higher.
Hi, welcome to another video from Dr. Lock in Sydney. That's drlock.com.au. Today we're just going to have a look at some of the fancy keys available. We have the Disney range, the Muppet range, moving on to Elvis, and there's just a little quick look at some of the keys we have available. What we're going to do is we're just going to give you a brief rundown on how to know that these keys are compatible with what you've got. So we'll start off with just one of these keys here firstly. They're all the same type of key. They're your standard house key, which is used with Widco, Brava, Lockwood, all of these types of things. As you can see, they're quite fancy. And you're probably wondering, how will I know if this key is compatible with my locks? So I'm just going to run you through how we do it. Any key cutter or locksmith will know there's numbers that are on the back of keys. A lot of the time they're up the top here, LW4, and down the bottom there. For a lot of people, they don't know what that means, so I'll just quickly show you. You start off with a key like this, and you're saying to yourself, well, I have got this key for my front door. If I buy this fancy key, can I get it cut, and is it going to work? There is a simple way to actually find out, and that key there is compatible, and I'll take you through a few others that are as well. These keys here, they're also compatible. You can tell by the length, the actual length of the key. It starts from here and goes to here. If it is longer, it's not compatible. This key here is slightly longer from here to here. There is an easier way to tell as well, and that's just to count the amount of grooves on the key. This one here, if you start from here, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means it's compatible. If it has 6, it's not compatible. This key up the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this key up the top, although it looks the same, won't work. Even if you have it cut, it won't open the lock. So the difference between these keys and these keys is very small. Any key cutter will know by the reference on the actual key, but for everyone else who's looking to buy one of these fancy keys like this Disney one here, you have to count the amount of grooves. This key as well, it's got a different shape up here, but you just count the grooves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that one is compatible. Also, another good way of working out if it's compatible or not is looking at the shape of the key. Okay, so here, the lines along the key, that key's facing that way and that key's facing that way. So what they have in common there is that groove there and that groove there. When you flip them over, if we can do this without unraveling it, there we go. If you can flip them over, you can see it's got a groove down the bottom. It's got a groove down the bottom. And also, if you were to count the grooves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's another compatible key. This key here has no markings on it except for the brand name of Widco. Okay. So the terminology for this type of key is a Lockwood key. There's many different numbers for this type of key. You can normally find your number on the back of a key. I'll see if I can show you where you'd find a number. There's an example. LD4, that's a compatible one. Sometimes you might find C4, LW4, and a variety of different numbers. There's hundreds of different numbers. Most of the most common ones are LW4 or C4. So that key actually there is compatible. Here's another one. It's got the name of whoever cut this key. That key as well is compatible. Here's one with the big large funny shaped head on it. This one as well, that's compatible as well. And here's another one. It's got a series of numbers on the back. To anyone who doesn't cut keys, you wouldn't know what those numbers are. But I'll just tell you, basically this key is, those numbers represent the lock, but these keys here are all compatible, apart from this one here. So there's a whole bunch of keys. They all look different shapes, different colours. None of which actually have the reference number LW4, but they are compatible. See if I can focus a little bit there. We are there. We also do sell other fancy keys. We have keys like this. I'll take this one away. We have keys like this available in our shop as well. They make a good feature, or for cupboards, or just for decoration. They're also available in our shop at drlock.com.au/store. It should be displayed on the screen. They're also available. Very few places sell those type of keys, so we've got a full range on our website there. This is the Elvis key, and as you can see, it's got a hologram on it. Oop, you might be able to see it there. Elvis. And of course, these keys we retail them for about between $7 or $8, so they're quite cheap. And you just basically buy one, take it to your local key cutter. That's Mickey and Friends, if you can see that. We have Miss Piggy, the Muffets. We have hundreds of different types of keys, so this is just a quick example. Elvis, for Elvis fans. Elvis again. We move on to the Disney range. So there's just a few, and I'll just quickly retrace. So here's your standard house keys you have, and they've got no markings on them at all. You want to identify that this is the same as the keys that we are selling here. You go through and you count the grooves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You also look at the shape. I'll use this Elvis key to show you the shape. The groove down the side. The groove down the side there as well. If we'll flip it over here and we'll show you this way. The groove here, and if that isn't enough and you still want to make sure, you can actually measure the key. So that's about 30 there, that's about 30 there. If it has six grooves in the key, it's non-compatible. If it has LW5, it's not compatible. This is only LW4, C4, and all the other standard reference numbers. If you have any questions, just email us a picture of your key like this. Just email it, put a ruler next to it so we can roughly see what we're talking about, and we can actually confirm via an email as well. Okay, so all of these are available. We have hundreds of them online. Have a look. If you need any help, please email us at mail@drlock.com.au. They're all there. The range is always increasing, so keep checking back. There's always a new key. These keys are great. They stand out on your keyring. Sure to be an attraction on anybody's keychain. And for a few dollars more, $3 or $4 more than a standard key cut, it's definitely worth the extra value. They're also great for kids. A key like this also make it a lot harder for a child to lose, especially when they like their key and they want to look after it. Thanks for watching. Have a look at our online shop.
Bright light city, gonna set my soul on fire.